Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Digital Soldier. My name is Ishan and today we'll be doing the code.org part, but this time we'll be doing the sports, the basketball and the Sprite Lab. So the sports and the basketball are both the same. You may be able to see that. So last time we had done bounce, so these two are just bounce, but you can spawn balls as usual. You can move the paddle or the hand. So the sports is just basketball and the basketball is also the basketball. But today we'll be doing Sprite Lab, which is one of the main parts of code.org. So if we go in code.org, there are many parts in it, and one of the main part is this. So this is a big one. We'll be doing it in two parts, and the next video will be uploaded in some time. So the first one, as you can see, these are the main ones, and after that are the second type of main ones, and after that are the things that are not that compulsion. Sprite Lab is not that compulsion, is also the main one. So after that we'll be doing the second part too of this. So let's get into it. So firstly we have to do is design the world. So when it runs, you can set background to whatever you want. I want maybe brown, so I can do it brown. Then is the option of random color, so it will be anything. So if when you run, maybe it will be dark green, it can be something else, so it can be anything. So it's random. After that we have the set background to city. So you can set either background color or background to city, like that. So you can just keep it over here, and you can set the background to desert road or anything you want. You can just search through here. You can check or see anyone you like. This time I will do front of the house, and for this it doesn't actually do anything. It's not needed. It actually kind of text sets as text. So you want this type of text to be in, so it will be a text there. So it's not that good, but if you want to write the story name, you can do it, but it will not go away. That's the problem with Sprite Lab. So you can choose the color, which is anything you want. You can, how do you choose the color? There are no options, but when you click on choose, you can go like, I want animals. So if I go down, you can just choose anything. Maybe I want kitten. Choose, and so that was a kitten sound. You don't need to download anything for this. So these are all the sprites. So you can either draw it, like this is kind of like, I will draw a cube or thing. Let's draw a triangle. So this is a triangle. You can set the color to anything you want. So this color will, it doesn't do actually anything, and you can do crop this sprite. So what this does is you can just add more lines. So it will be copied, and you can also copy again the sprite and new costume. That means you can add. So I will tell you something. When you go over here, oh, that was a problem. You can just go over here, and I had shown you the world. Now it's for, yep, it's for the sprite. So this is the same thing. But at the sprite, as you can see, there's something over here. What is this? When you click over it, you can choose where the sprite should be. Either it should be on the ground, either it should be over there. You can choose anything. So these are like the coordinates x, y, and z. These are the coordinates. Then you can either choose something. So yes, the more function means you can just choose anything. So I want this type of thing. So when it's added, it will not be seen over here, it will be seen over here. So you can add now, it will be here. After that, in the sprites, there is this one. So this one is for something else. So this I will show you what this means in the second part of this. This means that you can just remove it. So when it's run, it will not be removed because it's not this sprite. But when I do this, there will be nothing, because when I take this out, there is everything. But when I keep this, there is nothing. So that's pretty funny. You can just take it out if you want to. And what you can do is that you can add another sprite and remove this one, like this one has kicked out that one. What this does is, so what you can do is, so this is a character, so now it's invisible, so it's gone. So you need to add this over here, and poof, it will not be gone. So you can add this to another sprite, which will be pretty cool. And after that, this is the named sprite, so you can just add it. You can choose whatever you want. I want an elephant thingy. You can rename this sprite as B, create. So this thing will be named B. So this thing is B, and that's all. So you can just change B or the name. After that, these things are for another thing, but this is not. You can add these into, yeah, this is for another thing. And then it's location. So location, you can just set XY. You can do like, okay, this is the XY I want it. Then this one is as I showed to you, like that. And this one is random location. It will be anywhere. The location of my sprite. So you can just set it over here. So if there is any thing named my sprite, so you can do my sprite. So now wherever this book will be, it will be on my sprite, because it has to be where the location of my sprite. So this thing is named my sprite. If I do, yep, that thing's removed. So if I do my sprite, it will be named after names my sprite. You can just change the name to FFF. Then you can change my sprite to FFF. So it will always be in the position of my sprite. And if you go back to, so the problem with this is you cannot change. You can just change it to my sprite or this or any name you want. And this is how that works. After that, we have the actions. For the actions, there are loads of things. We will not cover this whole thing. I will just do it by the first one. So the change color will just change the color of the sprite. Then remove color, this will, if you have changed the color, it will remove the color from this thing. So I want to try this out. Let's see if I change this thing to elephant. So there is no color, so it will not be gone. And if I go do this, do again to the elephant, now there will be no color. But when I take this out, there will be. So if I just do if I take another block, which is move this to this many pixels north, so it has to go up, but this is not the elephant sprite, and it is 10 pixels up. So if you see, it has to be over here, but it's something up. If I do it to 0, as you can see, it will go down. But if you want it to go up, you can just increase the number of pixels. So pixel is these things are the smallest units or pixels. And now let me add this so it's not red. Okay, after that we have move this many pixels. I have told you what it turn means. It will turn this many degrees right or left. You can choose that from here. And face right, so it will actually face right. I will show it to you by doing this to the elephant. It should face left. So as you can see, this dot, which is where the elephant is facing, will be moving over here. As you can see, the elephant's now facing over here. This actually doesn't work by any means, but it's just there. It's for fun. As now if I'll change it to left, it should face over there. So it kind of makes sense, but it also doesn't make sense. After that we have size to this, so it will actually change the size. It will make it much bigger. After that we have changed this size by 10, so its size will be changed by 10. So if I go over here and click here, it will be changed by 10. So if I do minus 10, it will be gone. So if I do minus so much, it will be gone. So minus 10 you can see, but minus 100 it's gone. So you don't want to do that. So you can make it small and large by your own capacity. After that we have jump to random location. So what does this mean? You can change it by the location blocks. Because so what will happen when you can run it after something happens, you can do it will jump over here. So you can make a game like a person's coming and maybe a bee or snake is coming and it is jumping from random locations. And this thing means it will move 10 pixels forward. That's the basic as north, but in north you can move south, east or west, like left, right and up, down. And after that we have move pixels towards, so this will move towards the location of whatever thing you want. So okay, if I go over here, okay, I've broken it. Yep, so this thing will move 10 pixels towards the location of FFF, but there's nothing like this, so we'll make it the book do it. So it's really far away from the FFF or the elephant, and if I add it, boom, it's right. So you can make it the snake or anything you want, move towards the elephant. After that we have edges block this from moving. So if you have a game like when these things move, I'll show that to you about some time now, how to make that. These edges, which are these, you can the sprite can go beyond the boundary, but there is no boundary for the sprites, and edges block this from moving means that it will block it. This bounces off the carrot, so this means when the book touches this, maybe you can do if the book touches the elephant, they should bounce off. So this should not go 10 places there, it should go 100 places. So it should bounce off when it touches. So when you see, when it touches it, it kind of bounces off. I will do this for about 50 we should do. It's still in. Okay. We'll do 30. Nope. Let's do 20. So it should bounce off. That's the main thing when it touches over here. So you can do the coordinates over here, and then it will be done. After that we have the events. So events is like when up press. So we have seen this in the previous videos, how to do these things, and these are when this is clicked. So you can this touches this, you can just do something, whatever you want. After that we have the behaviors. What does this mean? That the sprite will start doing all of these behaviors when you add them to the sprite. Sprite stops being draggable if you have added draggable in sprite begins. After that, this is stops everything. So whatever, if it's doing loads of things, it will stop everything, doing everything. Okay. After that we have the loops. So these are the normal loops, but this is for counter from 1 to 10 count by 1. So what does this mean? That if this is which is a variable. So I'll show you what a variable is in just a second. If the variable counter counts from 1 to 10, it will be counting it by 1. So if you do it should count by 2, then it will actually count by 2. And how does this work? I'll show you. So the variables are like it's like a collection, it's like a bottle. So a bottle of water keeps water, but the variables keep something else. They keep the information. So these are you can change them by 1 or any number you want. You can set I or the variable to something, and I, this means you can just add it somewhere. So you can actually do set position of I like that. So that will actually be pretty useful, and rest of these things we'll be doing in the next video. Thanks for watching.